landed in Lisbon at 8 o'clock this morning and then immediately got on the train to Porto, the 3-hour train ride. Our Airbnb is so nice. A little tight quarters for two, but I think it's a good size. We explored a little bit of downtown Porto, went grocery shopping to get some snacks and dinner for tomorrow night. So all day tomorrow, we're gonna be doing a wine tour in the Douro Valley, and then we're gonna come back and explore more of the downtown area of Porto, and then hopefully it'll be sunny and maybe eat dinner on our really nice patio. So I'm excited for that. But we are just going to relax the rest of the evening. It's about 9 p.m. Successfully stayed up the entire day to hopefully acclimate to the new time zone and be ready to go bright and early tomorrow for our wine tour. Erin and I have gotten ready. Now we're heading to the pickup point for our wine tour and start having wine at 8 in the morning.
I already had a glass. I don't know about you.
Okay, I didn't have coffee though. I did bring an Excedrin migraine in case I get like a caffeine withdrawal headache.
Yeah, I feel like my addiction to coffee becomes real when I'm there.
We made a stop in a small town first where we got some coffee and pastries, thankfully, because I did not have any coffee when we left the Airbnb, so it was so good to get a shot of caffeine before we started the day. We have made it to Pinhão to start our boat cruise. The sun was shining, beautiful views of the Douro Valley. It was just awesome. Our tour guide had purchased a bottle of wine beforehand, so we all had a glass of wine. First glass of wine was 10:30 in the morning on our boat cruise, so starting the day off right. And our tour guide was amazing, joked, just having our breakfast wine, so it was so much fun. Then we went to our first winery, went to 2 total, but our first winery after our boat cruise, sampled 3 different wines from that winery, and that winery had amazing views of the Douro Valley, the river. It was amazing.
There's a tile the other way around. Hello there. You have the worst.
Had lunch, and the restaurant itself had amazing views as well, great food. And then our second winery for the afternoon was more port style wine, so got to sample different port wine, and that was good. A little bit on the sweet side, so not necessarily my taste in wine, but good. Erin, who's sitting here, we're just chilling on our patio, made this beautiful charcuterie board for us to have for dinner. We're just hanging out on our patio right now, and the sun is shining. It is so gorgeous, such a beautiful day. Stark contrast from yesterday when it was pouring down rain. But we are finishing up drinking, you're almost finished with your wine, but drinking another glass of wine because you can never have too much wine.
Brought it with me back from the tours today.
Brought it with me wine. So drinking her last glass of wine, if you can even see the sun's behind her. But once we finish up, we're gonna go walk around town and find a spot to watch the sunset. Is there a specific location where we're watching the sunset?
Yes, but don't make me pronounce it.
Don't make me, I don't know,
It's a park overlooking the river.
Okay, so a park overlooking the river. Okay, so there's a particular location that we're gonna walk to look at the sunset that's over the river. So hopefully it's a beautiful view and a good way to...
Garden.
What?
Moro Garden.
Moro Garden. We may be very much mispronouncing and butchering that word, but we're gonna kind of get cleaned up and go head down there and finish out our last night in Porto. Tomorrow we are gonna head on to Lisbon for the remainder of our trip. Last morning in Porto, and we are going to make our way down to Lisbon, hop on the train for 3 hours. Last night when we were heading to the river to watch the sunset, we didn't make it but 5 minutes from our Airbnb, and I was not really fully paying attention where I was stepping, and my left foot stepped on the edge of the curb where it sloped down for the crosswalk, and definitely rolled my ankle, fell, and just laid on the ground, dying slowly of embarrassment. But I did slightly sprain both of my ankles, not just one, but both. Left one's a little bit worse than the right. And it is kind of a probability that you will slip and fall or just kind of lose your grip like I did somewhere in Portugal. In Lisbon, they have slippery tiles, so yay me, gonna go test that one out. But mainly in Porto, it's the cobblestones and the uneven pavement. And it's not like I haven't walked on cobblestones or stone roads and sidewalks in Europe before, but I was just definitely not paying attention. So both my ankles are a little bit sprained and a little bit sore today. Luckily it's a travel day and we do have a 3-hour train ride to Lisbon, so I'm gonna hopefully prop up my feet and maybe take today a little bit slower and rest to give my ankles some time to heal, and then I can hopefully participate in the activities that we have for the rest of our trip. We still have about 3 or 4 more days left of this trip, and we have a lot of walking planned, so I'm so mad at myself. But you know, it happens, so you just have to kind of go with the flow on your travel days and take advantage of the rest when you can. So that is what we have planned today. We are going to check out of the Airbnb and make our way to the train station to head to Lisbon and hopefully give my ankles some time to rest.
Looked at my phone like every other second. My future was blurry and numb, a tunnel where there's no light. Oh, but